Rusty red on her shoulder, I was turning her shoe when it clicked on the trot over in the bright moon.
If you have not set yourself up with a good morning routine yet, it is time that you create one. In my opinion, a good morning routine consists of 3 things, which is movement, fuel, and preparation for the day. Preparation being like getting ready, but I needed a good word for it. You also want to create a morning routine that you can adapt to different days. So I have the same morning routine for if I'm off work, if I'm working from home, or if I'm working from the office, just like different versions of it, but they are all made up of those 3 key things. So I've just woken up, so I'm really not looking my best, but today is a day off just because I thought then I have more time to show you, but I will tell you how I kind of adapt things for when I'm working. So on a day off, I'm normally awake by like 6:15. My little dog Papaya wakes me up, and I'm always out of bed by 7:30 latest. If I'm in the office, I'm getting up at 5. If I'm working from home, I'm getting up at 6. And for me, the first thing I do is I have to do some kind of movement. So if you are not like a exercise in the morning person, that is completely fine. But even just like going out and doing like a 10-minute walk or like a stretch or just some kind of movement in the morning will make you feel a million times better, will set you up for the day. And also if you work from home, I think if you go out for a walk, it almost separates like your home life and your work life in a way. It's kind of like that transition, I find. So if you're working from home, go get outside if you can. It'll make you feel a million times better. Movement is the first thing I like to do in the morning, so that's going to be the first thing we're going to look at and talk about. I personally like to go to the gym in the morning or do some kind of longer exercise. I'm an exercise in the morning type of person. However, it is the 2nd day of my period, also known as the worst day. So I think I'm just going to go for a long walk today and stop and get a coffee somewhere because I want to take it a bit slower. But any type of workout, if I'm working from the office, I like to do a workout at home. If I'm working from home, then I'll just go to the gym. If I'm not working, I'll just do whatever I want. So let's first go for a walk. I do that before a shower or anything. So let's go for a walk.
We brushed and we braided dandelions and chewed. It was a mutual arrangement.
It's 8 o'clock, we're on our walk. I never wear headphones or earphones when I'm walking, especially alone, mainly because I like to stay present and I feel like music or podcast is just a distraction. I prefer to leave that for like car journeys and my commute, but my walks, I like to really just be in nature and sometimes it's not even just being in nature. Sometimes I just want to like really make decisions myself or like just plan my day, just plan things. And if I'm listening to music or a podcast, I either just don't listen to it or it's a distraction. But also there's obviously the other side where we do need to consider safety, to be really aware of my surroundings. I feel safe around here, but obviously as a girl walking alone, you're never 100% safe. So yeah, I do feel so fortunate to live in such a beautiful place in the country where there are all of these country walks. But obviously they are quite remote, so you just have to be careful. I got myself a little chai latte because I had a coffee this morning and I was going to get another one, and I was like, no, I should not be having all this caffeine, so I got a chai latte instead. My eyes are watering so much. I'm by a busy road now.
Okay, so one thing I've been really trying to commit to recently is doing my gua sha routine. Gua sha, I don't know how you say it. And I'm not the most consistent with it. Basically what I do is gua sha in the morning, and then my microcurrent, I know it looks a little bit questionable, my microcurrent at night. Ideally I would do them both in the morning, but I just know I won't. It takes too much time. I feel like that is the whole thing with routines. Like if you give yourself too much, you're just going to end up doing none of it and just be like, I can't bother to do any of it. I just use baby oil. I don't see the point in getting any like really expensive oils just because I wash my face straight after. Like I do this before any other part of my skincare, and then I always wash it off. Oh no, I've still got my ring on. I wash it off with an oil based cleanser. Can I speak? An oil-based cleanser and then a water-based cleanser, so do like a double cleanse just to make sure it's all off my skin. I also know there's like a lot of gua sha routines out there. Where is my gua sha? Oh, there. I know there's a lot of gua sha routines out there, but honestly, like, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to do the massages to open my lymph nodes. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I want to focus on what I'm actually going to do. Jaw. I don't need to wash my hair today, thank God. I hate washing my hair. So I just literally have like a quick body shower and then moisturise my whole body with Nivea. Okay, so food really is fuel and you need to be having something in the morning, even if you're not like a hungry morning person. What? That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. Even if you don't get hungry in the mornings, you still need to be having something. Personally, I'm hungry all the time. I will eat whenever, as much as possible. But the thing I like to have the most in the morning is a smoothie, just because then I feel like I'm getting like lots of fruit and protein in straight away without really having to try. So I'll show you my favourite smoothie recipe. Then I'm going to put half a frozen banana, frozen spinach, you cannot taste this, and some frozen mango. I'm trying to go fast because my camera's dying. Milk of your choice, about halfway. Vanilla protein powder, I do about 3/4 of a scoop. Just fill the rest up with water and blend. Okay, I've got my smoothie. I had to stop filming because my camera was dying, so now it's charging, but I didn't have a place to charge earlier. I have this smoothie every day. I work from home or I'm off, but if I go into the office, I normally just grab something on the way. So now it's time for preparation, and by preparation, what I mean by that is just getting ready for the day. And I've already been trying to, sorry if you can hear that chewing in the background, Papayah's chewing her bone. I've already been trying to do like something to make myself feel like I look better than just, not like, it doesn't necessarily have to be makeup, but like sometimes I look at myself and like there's mirrors in my room. Sometimes I'm working, I'm looking at myself and I'm like, oh my God, like you've let yourself go. So I try to do something to kind of make myself feel good about myself. Sometimes I just put on this lip stain. This is the one that's all over TikTok. Hello. The Wonder Skin one where it goes blue and then stains your lips. This is the shade Lovely. So sometimes I just put that on. But I'm going to do a little bit more today. So something I've been really liking putting on is this Glotion. It's like a bronzing, like kind of like the bronzing drops. I don't know if it has any, does it have any coverage? I don't think so. But where I fake tan my whole body, or just tan my whole body but not my face, I need something to like make me look a little bit more tan. Sorry, my mirror is right behind my camera and I can't see what I'm doing. This just gives you like a nice like gentle glow, and you can put foundation over it and it still kind of shows through, but normally I just like to apply this on its own. And then I just like to mix, I do everything with my hands. I just like to mix a little bit of concealer with the Refi gloss highlighter just for under my eyes. This is still my favourite cream blush. It's the Revolution Super Dewy Liquid Blush in Blushing For You. I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows just a little. So that's my makeup, nothing crazy. Okay, so on a lot of mornings, this is all I do, and then I go about my day, like I said, when it's before work, but there isn't that much time, so I try and keep my routine quite simple. But a couple of things I like to do, or try to do sometimes, well there's two things. Okay, first thing is I've been trying to do like 5-minute meditation in the mornings at some point. I just think, I don't know, I hear really good things about meditation. I don't really like, I try it and I'm like, I don't really feel like what, sorry, Bella's here. I don't really feel like the feelings that other people say, but I know it's meant to be really, really good for you. So I do try and do 5 minutes in the morning at some point if I remember. And then the other thing that I really want to get into is journaling. I have like this really pretty journal that I always want to write in. I think like in the morning, like you don't have to fully journal a whole page, but like writing like some affirmations or like just like a little positive note to yourself, like I hear people do that and I think that's so nice, and I think that's something I really want to incorporate into my morning routine. I know a lot of people will write to-do lists in the morning. That's really not for me. Like, I kind of know what I have to do in the day. Like, if I've got loads going on, I'll write a to-do list, but honestly normally it's just like either work or like filming and editing. So I have a list of like things I want to edit, but I'm not a big like planner for my day. Mornings are kind of focused on the morning. I'm not like thinking about the rest of the day. I'm just kind of focusing in on the morning. I really didn't want to include a million different steps in this because I know sometimes when you're seeing people doing like cold plunges and half an hour meditations and going to workout classes and then like making this whole meal and like just doing like a million things, like it can really feel like, oh my god, like I'm not doing enough. But really you can keep it so basic and like still have a good morning routine. Like, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in the next video. Bye.